Hello, I'm out here hunting today, and this kit for my vehicle is compact enough that I can carry it in the house when I'm done hunting or traveling, and I can bring it back out and put it in the car when I expect to go back out. This is a vehicle survival kit that I put together, and I'm going to share it with you. I have been only a couple times in my life, but it can happen. Your car can leave you stranded, or your vehicle. And having a kit like this could come in very handy if the temperature drops and so on. I'm going to show you what's in this kit, and it may give you some ideas for a kit for yourself and your family in your own area. I'm also planning on testing this kit tonight as if I was stranded, because I believe in testing my gear. That way I know what it's going to do if it ever arises that I do need to use it. Now, I am not broke down, so I'm testing this in a safe environment. Let's open this up. This here is a Sierra Madre water filter. Now, when I open this up, I can use the water filter in a pond, but I can also fill up this bag. It's a lot easier, I find, with any kind of these straw type, is fill up a container and then use the straw in the container. Fill it up again, instead of kneeling down trying to suck out water, from the water source. So here is a water filter if needed. This is a survival blanket, which I believe it's a double. So I can use this as a tarp or to wrap myself to trap some of that body heat. In my opinion, this next item is very important. It's a headlamp. Having a headlamp with good batteries, like I said, I can bring it back and forth. I can always make sure this has good batteries in it. That can be a lifesaver. If you have a dead battery and you have no lighting at all, this can come in very handy. You can actually move around to gather firewood if you wanted to make a fire to stay warm and needed to. This here can be a very valuable piece of kit. In this bag here, I have a little fishing kit. I just had it, that's why it's in there. I don't plan on needing it, but the hooks may come in handy and so on. So it is in there. I have a ferro rod, a large ferro rod. I've got some water purification tablets. And I have some really high winds. I also have some fire starters here that are self-lighting. You can light them right up, and then it takes over and lights the fire starters. These last a long time and can get some damp wood even lit. Next, I have 3 10-hour candles and a lighter. Now these candles are citronella. That's just what I had. But if I had to crack a window and there were mosquitoes, this may help. Also have a roll of bank line plus 4 tarp clamps. These ones here I just screw down. So if I wanted to use that other survival blanket as a tarp, this here would be easily to clamp on that and be able to tie it out. And of course, no survival kit is complete without the Maritimer. So I've got that in here as well. So if I do need to take some bushes quick for firewood and such, or whichever cutting needs I want to do, this here can do it. And lastly, I have a Sierra Madre sleeping bag. This is a survival sleeping bag. So this here is the piece of kit that I want to test out tonight. I want to see how warm this keeps me when it gets cold. Now I have my own theories on these. I know science behind these and such. And like I said, I have to test the gear to know its pros and cons. I'm going to do that tonight, and I'm going to bring you along with me so you can see my thoughts on this and how it works. So I know this is not the best video quality, but I'm in my car, it's dark, and this is what I'm going to sleep with tonight. It's supposed to get down pretty low. I'll be able to see the outside temperature plus the inside temperature. So we're going to test this. I'm going to take off this sweater first, and thus leaving me with only a single layer, a long sleeve t-shirt. So I'm going to see how that does inside here with just a t-shirt. And then if I start getting chilly, I'll look at the temperature. I'll put this on and see how far I can go before I start getting chilly with this. Now I do have a sleeping bag if I get cold and I have to use it. I am doing this safely. But I want to see the limitations of this survival sleeping bag. Always remember, you need something under you to get you up off the ground or anything cold. If you're sitting outside with this thing on, you're going to want to put something in between you and the ground to stop from conduction. So always remember that. I will have the car seat to stop conduction in my situation here. So that's going to be a huge benefit. So outside it says it's 14 Celsius. But that's without wind chill. I stepped out for a couple minutes and it was chilly. It was chilly. It's a lot warmer in here. It's around 18 Celsius. And I'm not cold right now. Although I don't really want to, but I'm going to put down the windows just to cool it off in here. So I start getting chilly in this t-shirt. And then I'm going to get in that bag and see if I notice a difference or not. The good thing about the bag is, first off, it's airtight. So it's going to stop the wind and such hitting you. So it's going to stop wind chill. So right there is going to help with keeping you warm, stopping that wind chill. So I don't want to do this. It's going to be chilly, but I'm going to do her. So right now it's close to 50 Fahrenheit. It's actually right around 12 degrees here. And with the windows down, I do get a little bit of the wind, so I get wind chill. But I took off my hat to try to get, a little bit cooler. But as your body loses temperature, your core temperature drops, your body begins to produce less heat. Resting, we produce around 100 watts. And we dissipate it through, the 4 areas of heat loss. So once you start losing your body, your core temperature starts dropping in temperature, you don't produce as much heat, so it's harder to keep warm. So before I get cold, like I'm not chilly yet, I'm still okay. I'm cool, but before long, I think I will get in the bag because I don't want to be to the point that I'm cold. And when that happens, we will pull this out of here. Now you got to remember, this here is like getting into a chip bag. It's not Mylar, it's more of a plastic material. Mylar is basically a chip bag. One little nick in it and it shreds like a chip bag. This is more of a plastic. But you got to take care when you get into it. I'm going to keep my shoes on just to help with some insulation against the cold car floor. And I'm just going to get in very gently and then pull it right up over and cinch it tight. That's what I'm going to do. This is, I believe, 7 feet long and 3 feet wide, so it gives you a lot of room in there. But I'm going to wait until I get a little bit cooler before I get into this. Just remember, you want to take care with this. This is a thin piece of plastic. So right now, it's at the 10-degree mark, which is right around 50 Fahrenheit. And I'm going to take this out. Don't know if I'll ever get it back in. But this is it right here. And I'm just going to fold it out. And taking my time to fold it out. There we go. This is the bottom right here. And this is the top, the opening. Right there. And like I said, this is a plastic. Like if I pull that, it stretches. I don't want to tear it. So I will be careful when I get into this. But I'm a little cool because where I don't have my hat on and such, and only got this t-shirt, it's not cold. It is not cold at all. I'm not sure it's going to get real cold tonight. So I was hoping it was going to get colder. But I'm going to see how this does right now for sure and see if it does what it's supposed to for me. Now, I have my own theories, and I want to kind of see if I'm right or not. But I'm going to open this all up like this first. I'm putting my hands in. I'm opening it all up. So and then when I'm pushing my feet in and such, it's all open. And I'm not forcing it. Right there, now it's all open in there. Right there, it's all open. And all I have to do is put it down by my feet and scooch it up over top of me. So I've got my feet in. Now I'm going to sit up. Put this up around me. Make sure that... There we go. Then I'm right at the bottom. So I have it enough to wrap up over me. Just like that. Now, I'm going to still see if I can get any more. No, maybe. Just taking my time and see if I can get that up so I can put a hood over top of my head. Well, not quite yet. So, got to keep working at it. I think I'm right to the bottom now. So, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it up any more than that. But I can definitely put it up like this. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I'm sitting or something, I don't know. But I can tuck it all in like this and put my hat on. I do feel warmer. Maybe it's because I just used all that energy to get into this thing. But first off, it's going to stop any kind of, wind chill, the wind blowing across you and such. But I'm going to leave it for a bit and see how I feel. I'm going to put my hat back on, though, since I can't cover my head the way I'm sitting right now. But I'm going to put one sleeve up in here and leave the other sleeve down. And what I was kind of curious about, convection. You have the cold plastic and your arm touching it. Now I'm touching it right now, and it feels like it's warming up. Now I'm going to give this some time. I'm going to open the windows again, give this some time to cool down and such, and then we'll do more testing. So I've been in this for a while now, and I'm actually toasty. And like I was saying about conduction and such, if I put my arm over and I touch the cold seatbelt latch, it goes right through. Conduction, it goes right through. The bag itself is a little cool to touch, but having it on my arms and stuff, I have that little bit of insulation of my clothing. I don't feel the cold. I'm actually rather toasty in here, to be honest. And it's, like I said, 10 Celsius or 50 Fahrenheit. Now you can get hypothermic in prolonged time in those temperatures. It's not cold. It is cool for me. But if you have wind chill with that, and say you're a little damp and so on, this thing here could be a lifesaver, to be honest. Colder temperatures, I have not tried this yet. I have actually tried another style of breathable survival bag, and I think I was down to 5 Celsius in just my clothing in that before I started getting cool. So these definitely have their place. But I find that as long as I keep it kind of puffed out, it's gonna trap that radiant heat, and because it's airtight. Now if I rub my hand inside a little bit, I am starting to feel a little bit of condensation as well. Test your gear, make sure it's going to do what you want it to do. But I carry a sleeping bag in the back. I carry extra clothing, jackets, even ski pants in the back, just so if I get caught, I can layer up. One time I was basically caught in traffic, and I did not have the gas to keep my car running, so I pulled off a side road, and I had to bundle up. It was a very, very cold time. I think it was like -30, and I could not run my car. So I am very lucky that I had the clothing and the sleeping bag I had. So be prepared. And this here is definitely a great carry because I'm toasty right now. But if I do this, I'm already starting to get cool. So this thing here, like I said, it'll definitely keep you dry from the outside if it did rain. And it will also stop that wind chill and trap some heat. Thanks for watching. I was hoping it would drop down a little colder, but it's not going to tonight. It's not supposed to. I just checked the weather. Take care. All the best. And thanks for watching. So, an update. Get down to 5 degrees last night. And I got back into the bag. Slept the rest of the night in it. And it's going to be daylight here soon. This has a lot of condensation in it. Like my clothes are not wet and such, but it is, yeah, there's a lot of condensation in this. But I was toasty. You know, I was not cold at all. So, it's a good test, and once again, thanks for watching.